everyone, welcome to a new episode. Today we're going to be working on Prep 1, Unit 1, My Family and Me. Let's get started. Our learning objectives for the day are we're going to use polite forms of greetings and address. We will read a range of high-frequency words and CVC words. We're going to express facts about the family and research the meaning of great-grandfather and great-grandchildren. We're going to scan a text to find specific information. We're going to complete a crossword with vocabulary for people in the family. We're going to learn the vocabulary words aunt, brother, cousin, dad, daughter, grandfather, grandmother, mom, sister, son, and uncle. As for language, we're going to use possessive adjectives. And the issues we're going to discuss are loyalty and feelings of belonging. Issues, we're going to be talking about loyalty and belonging. Now, I'd like you to look at the quiz on the right-hand side, and I need you to sort these words in pairs. And let's see who can finish first. So the words in the word box are aunt, brother, dad, daughter, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandchildren, grandmother, mom, sister, son, and uncle. So what are we going to do now? We're going to categorize the names of the people in our family or the members of our family into two categories, whether they are male, men or boys, or females, women, or girls. Let's get started. The first one is done for us, and the first male here is brother. Once you write your answer, please cross out the word from the word box. So, the males are brother, dad, grandfather, son, uncle, and great-grandfather. As for the females in the family, they are aunt, daughter, grandmother, mom, sister, great-grandmother, great-grandfather. Now, I'd like you to research who is your great-grandfather and what are great-grandchildren. I want you to look them up. Who is a great-grandfather and what are great-grandchildren? So basically, your great-grandfather is your father's father, whereas the great-grandchildren are the children of your grandchild. So if you are a grandfather and you have grandchildren, the children that your grandchild already has become your great-grandchildren. So what is a great-grandchild? If you are a grandfather and you had a son, your son grew up and he had another son, this son grows up and then starts a family and they have a new baby. This makes that very young baby your great-grandchild, and you are the grandfather or great-grandfather. Let's move on. Okay, now we're going to be moving to the text on the right-hand side. We're going to read and write the names of the people from 1 to 10. Hello, my name's Ali. I'm 13. This is a picture of my family. My mom's name is Amira. She's a teacher. Next to her is my dad. His name is Adil. He's a teacher too. Both my parents are teachers at my school. They have one daughter. She's my sister, Lamia, and she's 9 years old. And they have two sons, me and my brother, Khalid. He's 11. Our grandmother is 64, and she's called Huda. She's my mom's mother. My mom's father is our grandfather. He's called Omar. He's 65. Their daughters called Judy. She's my mom's sister, and she's my aunt. My uncle's called Marwan. He's a doctor. Their son is called Tariq, and he's my cousin. It's his birthday today. He's 3 years old. Now let's move on to the section where we find out and write the names from the text. So, the first name we found was Marwan. Next, Judy, Tariq, Omar, Huda, Amira, Lamia, Adil, Khalid, and Ali. So all you need to do is scan for the names in the text. Let's move on to exercise 2. Reread, if needed, and find subject pronouns, object pronouns, and possessive adjectives within the text. Let's look at number 1. Subject pronouns. The first one is done for us, which is she. So usually subject pronouns are used at the beginning of the sentence. So if I say she is cute, I started with she and in the beginning, and therefore it is a subject pronoun. Can you find other subject pronouns in the text? Let's check together. So, she, he, and they are subject pronouns. Now, object pronouns can be found in the middle or at the end of a sentence. So, let's try to find them together. Me is the only object pronoun found in the text. Let's move on to possessive adjectives, and they are her, his, my, our, and their. Possessive adjectives show ownership, or that something or someone belongs to you. Therefore, you need to practice finding them in the text. Let's move on. Now, let's look at exercise 3. Let's look at the picture on the right-hand side. This is me and my mother. Look at Ali's family. Circle the correct words. The first one is done for us. Let's read it together. Marwan is my or your uncle. The answer is my. He or his is a doctor. Of course, that's a subject pronoun, and therefore we use he is a doctor. Let's move on to number 2. Tariq is his or her cousin, and today is his or her birthday. If we say Tariq is, we must say that he is his cousin. As for today is his birthday. So we are using the male pronouns, not female. Let's move on to number 3. Huda and Omar are your or their parents. Okay, if we're talking about pronouns, we're going to be using their parents. Huda and Omar are their parents. They or their are 64 and 65 years old. So if we're going to talk about the grandparents, we will use they as a subject pronoun because it comes at the beginning of the sentence. Now let's move on to number 4. Amira is his or her aunt. Amira is his or her aunt. And she or he is a teacher. So if we're talking about Amira, are we going to use she or he? Let's check together. Number 4, first sentence is his. Amira is his aunt. She is a teacher. Number 5, Huda is its grandmother or Huda is their grandmother. She loves them so much or she loves their so much. Of course, the answers are Huda is their grandmother. She loves them so much. Let's move on to the next section, our speaking section. Please, let's read the remember box on the right-hand side. We use possessive adjectives to show something that belongs to somebody. A possessive adjective goes before a noun, while possessive pronouns stand alone without a noun. So, Now, if we look at the examples below, it's my pen, it's mine. Of course, it's my pen is followed by a noun because it's a possessive adjective, whereas it's mine is a possessive pronoun and it stands alone. Their, her bags is an example of a possessive adjective. Therefore, it's followed by a noun. So her is followed by a noun, bags. Whereas their, hers is a possessive pronoun and it stands alone. Tell me about your family. My sister's name is Ula. She's 7. My mom's. Now I need you to fill in the blank. You can talk about your mom's possessions, anything that belongs to your mother. So you can use a possessive adjective or a possessive pronoun. It's up to you. Now let's move on to the vocabulary crossword. Of course, numbers 2, 5, 6, and 7 are the across words. As for 1, 3, and 4 are the down words. So we've got some clues that are already written for us. Number 1 is already done and it is daughter, daughter. Okay, now let's move on to number 2. Let's read the clue. Your mom or dad's sister is your aunt, A-U-N-T. Number 3, down. Your mom and dad are your, let's check it out together, and it is parent, parent. So you must write it down in the number 3 box, downwards. P-A-R-E-N-T. Number 4, your aunt and uncle's child is your, of course, this is down. Number 4 is down in the middle of your crossword. It is cousin, C-O-U-S-I-N. Let's move on to number 5. Your mom or dad's mother. Your mom or dad's mother is your grandmother, 5 across. The G is already written for you, so you will fill in the R-A-N-D-M-O-T-H-E-R. Number 6 across. Your brother is your parents. What do you think, guys? It's only 3 letters and it is son, S-O-N. Let's move on to number 7. Okay, number 7. Your mom or dad's brother is your uncle, U-N-C-L-E. Let's move on to our listening section. We're going to listen and complete the text with possessive adjectives. Let's get started.
Hi, my name is Laura, and this is my family. That's my brother. His name's Ayman. Lena and Hatim are our parents. We have one cousin, Khadija. Her parents are my uncle and aunt. Their names are Ahmed and Dina. What about you? What's your name?
Now, let's start filling in the blanks. The first one is done for us. Feel free to rewind and listen one more time. Hi, my name's Lara, and this is my family. That's my brother. His name's Ayman. Lena and Hatim are our parents. We have one cousin, Khadija. Her parents are my uncle and aunt. Their names are Ahmed and Dina. What about you? What's your name? Now we're going to complete the sentences with subject pronouns and object pronouns. Okay, so I'd like you to remember that subject pronouns are usually found at the beginning of a sentence, whereas the object pronoun can be found in the middle or end of a sentence. Let's get started with the exercise. Number 1, it's her car. She often drives. So she is a subject pronoun because it is found at the beginning of the sentence. Let's move on to number 2. Throw the ball to blank, please. I'm waiting. This one is an object pronoun because it is near the middle or end of the sentence. Therefore, It is me. Throw the ball to me. Please, I'm waiting. Number 3. Our parents are proud of blank because we work hard at school. Our parents are proud of, this is of course an object pronoun, and it is us. Our key word for the answer here is our. If I start with our, I will probably use the object pronoun us. Let's move on to number 4. Can blank have my pen, please? Can I have my pen, please? So here we use the subject pronoun because I'm talking about myself. And to show ownership, I used my pen, which is an object pronoun. Let's move on to number 5. Grandfather arrives at 5 o'clock. Let's go to meet him. Why did I use him? Because I'm talking about my grandfather. So the object pronoun is him. Let's move on to number 6. Clap for the football players. Blank played very well. So I'm talking about the football players, so I will probably use a subject pronoun because I'm starting a new sentence, and it is they. Good job, guys. Let's keep moving.